Welcome back to another day. Today is December 3rd. Last night we just hung out, had pizza, watched a movie. We were actually talking about how all of my housemates' birthdays have happened during quarantine this year, and I think that we have all had pizza and like a movie party for our birthday, so that was kind of funny. But this morning I was wanting to do my makeup. It's just like super simple, what I've done sort of like modified, or what I do in a hurry when I was like actually going into work. So yeah, I did my skincare, like my moisturizer and stuff, but I still need to put on my Green Defense from pharmacy because I'm only gonna use concealer. Oh dear, this is running out. I actually found pharmacy because I was trying to find a moisturizer that was like the mineral moisturizer. I think the lady who did my facials was like, you're not using like real sunscreen, so she wanted me to use a retinol, but then also was like, you need to find a better sunscreen if you're going to do that all the time. And I think like Pharmacy and Supergoop were the only ones that had it, and the Supergoop one had really bad reviews on Sephora. And so I started using the Pharmacy one, and then was wanting to try and like up my skincare game in general. Like honestly, I mostly just bought stuff at like the drugstore, and I jump around all the time. I could never stick to one regimen, and so now I'm almost using all of their products, so it's kind of fun. Definitely feel like my skin's looking better actually using nice products. And they're not super expensive, so that's nice. So sunscreen's done, and I'm actually not gonna use primer because my face is just freshly sunscreened. So the first thing I'm gonna go in with, just because today it's like super minimal makeup, is my Tarte Shape Tape. I use the shade Light and Neutral. This one's so old. When I started getting into YouTube and just makeup in general, that's why I started watching YouTube videos so much. I bought so much drugstore makeup, and I like could never, like I never stuck to certain products, and now I've like figured out which ones I like, and my makeup collection is way more simple. So then to blend this out, I'm gonna use my IT Cosmetics foundation brush that really needs to be washed, and it ends up going like all over my face, almost like foundation. So I actually have tomorrow off, technically, because we're driving up to an Airbnb to celebrate his birthday with a couple of his siblings and his mom. And because of COVID, we booked it when COVID wasn't making a comeback, but now we can't get a refund. So we just made a grocery list of a bunch of groceries that we're gonna get. Just stay at the Airbnb the entire time, and all of his siblings and his mom live together right now, so it's just two households. So now I'm going in with the Peach Perfect Translucent Powder. I don't like this. I'm trying to use it up. I have so much left. It smells way too strong. Too strong. And I thought I was gonna like this like plastic thing. Don't like that. And I also just make it feel like it makes my skin look really dry. Usually the only translucent powder I've actually found to like is the Laura Mercier So this brush is actually an e.l.f. highlighter brush, I think. But I think it's perfect for translucent powder because it has like this flat side. Well, I think it's flat just because I use it like this. But then it also has a tip, which I have like creases under my eyes, and so it helps get in there. Then I put powder on my forehead wrinkles. No shame. And I scrunch my nose while I work. And then I smile lines. Yeah, see, I poured out way too much. But it doesn't go back in easily. So now I use the Sephora powder that looks like this. I'm in shade Gold Linen. I honestly don't even know if they make this anymore. But I usually use, if I'm using my It Cosmetics CC cream, which is what I use a lot when I'm wanting to do like a full face of makeup, I use the Rimmel Matte translucent pressed powder because I don't really need more coverage, and honestly when I use Shave Tape all over my face it's more aggressive than the CC cream even, but this is what we're using. Alright. And now to put a little bit more, oh, and this is just like an Eco Tools powder brush. Got it at CVS too. To put color on my face, I'm using this Tarte palette today, the Clay Play Volume 2. I honestly don't really do my eyeshadow anymore, but I need to use this up, so I started using like the bottom row again. This is a Morphe 530, and I actually really like, oh jeez, didn't let my powder like dry it off, whatever. I have pretty chubby cheeks, and I found that when I use this, it actually like contours them. Before it was more like bronzing. Okay. Oh, it's shedding. I like this brush, but it sheds like on my face. Okay, now I'm gonna use my blush brush from Real Techniques. This brush is really good. I also have this brush from that line, but the handles are so aggressive. Whatever. Yeah, so today is technically my Friday, but I do have to work tomorrow because we have stuff to do. And I need to pack tonight, so today is going to be a busy day. Thankfully I don't have any long work calls today, but I have so much to get done. And then this is the Eco Tools setting brush. I think it's meant for under their eye, but I really like it for highlighter. So we're just gonna also need to wash my brushes today. We'll see if that gets done. Okay, and then for my brows, they're really bad right now, except everything just shut down again in the Bay Area. So, not sure how I'm going to do that situation, but I use Gimme Brow, which, and it's like all rubbed off, in shade 3. I think it's still an okay shade since I'm growing out my blonde hair. But I found that this is really nice if your brows aren't shaped, but like keeps them in place at the very least, and maybe fills it in a little bit more, but you don't need like as precise of a shape when you use it as if you were filling your brows in with like a pencil. I don't even know if it does anything. Whatever. Okay, and then last step is mascara. This is the Vlogmas Lash Paradise in Blackest Black. I don't know why. Does anybody prefer using mascara that isn't like Blackest Black, but it's like just black? I'll say one of the nicest things. I obviously have super red eyes, so for the longest time I do eyeshadow because I didn't understand that, and I was just really interested in doing my makeup, watching YouTube about doing my makeup and that sort of thing. So I do my eyeshadow super basic because it, like, my eyes are so hooded you can't even see what's going on, especially when my brows aren't done. But the nicest part about not wearing it is that if you get mascara, it just comes right off. You don't have to worry about being kind, so your eyeshadow doesn't come off. So that is what I do. I don't usually spray this or anything. Sometimes I spray it with like Mario Badescu, like cucumber water or something if it's looking really gross and dry, but today I won't do that. Yeah, so that's it. My easy makeup routine. I don't do, like, I mean, obviously you guys have seen me the last couple days, so I don't do this every single day when I'm working from home, and it honestly has no correlation if I have calls or not. Sometimes I just do it when I want to be like more productive, or I mean, I really do enjoy playing with makeup products, so sometimes I just do it for that, like this morning. But I have noticed that it, for the most part, helps me be more productive, and I've also noticed that I don't break out as much when I have makeup on because I'm not touching my face, which is really interesting, and I was not expecting that when quarantine started. I was like, oh, my skin's gonna be so nice, and then I was like constantly touching like my chin especially, and like up here. So anyway, I will talk to you later. Okay, so I just started working. I realized I do actually have our virtual Christmas party, so I'm very glad that I actually did my makeup. I'm wishing I did something about my hair, but I placed a huge order on Cyber Monday at Target for a bunch of Kristen S products, and I was really hoping it would get here so that I could use those when I wash my hair, but it looks like they won't get here until tomorrow, so I'm washing it tonight anyway. but I definitely want to record that because I'm really interested to see, like, obviously I'm mostly doing this because I want to see like how things have changed over the years, and I'm not a journaling person, so like those are the things I want to share because I think it's so funny to go back and see like what products I used in the past. That maybe that's just me, but what I turn on my camera to ask is, and another thing I want to see if this bothers me, so like some girls can have like really long nails, except I like type out all day long, every day, all day long for my job. I cannot type with nails. Like my nails are not even that long, and like this is too much. Like as soon as I'm done with this conversation with somebody at work, I need to go clip them because I cannot handle it. It makes so much noise and I press the wrong keys all the time. Anyway, I'm curious to hear if anybody else has the same problem. This morning has gotten away from me. I am currently switching the laundry so that I actually can pack this evening, but I'm at this stage, public accounting, where if anybody watching this, if anybody watches this, and isn't familiar with public accounting, in order to be promoted, you need to be able to do the responsibilities for the level that you want to be promoted to. Which, I get it. The idea is you aren't like drowning as much when you're promoted. So anyway, I'm at that stage where I'm like trying to transition. And man, it's rough. So in the positions I had before, I helped with projects for the most part, and then there was the level above me who was in charge of the projects. So now I'm switching from helping with projects to having some projects that I'm helping with, some projects that I'm in charge of. And the mindset shift between those two roles has been really tough, because part of the day I'll need to focus on my own projects, and then part of the day I'll have to be keeping up with the projects that I'm just supposed to be helping with. And one of the perks of public accounting is that you get a lot of time off for the holidays, so that's all great and dandy, but then obviously it means that you need to get a lot of work done before the holidays, because once they come, then we're super, super busy. So I'm just having it where there's a bunch of urgent stuff that needs to be done, and then there's a bunch of really urgent stuff that needs to be done, and figuring out how to prioritize that. And then on top of it today, everything that I've needed to get done has taken like, I mean, being a little dramatic, has taken like an hour long. So that's rough, but we're changing laundry so then we can move on with our day. Yeah. So that's a little update. I never had, like, my family never used dryer sheets or fabric softener growing up. Actually ever. And so when I met my boyfriend, I was like, how do your clothes smell so good all the time? Turns out it was just like fabric softener. And then he switched to using dryer sheets, and so I was like, oh, I should do that. So I've been using dryer sheets ever since then. And at one point I got dryer balls from Trader Joe's, which are phenomenal. I never have to run my laundry like past one cycle. I used to have to do like one, and then it would always need like 20 more minutes. So that's been super nice. Highly recommend wool dryer balls. My dog also thinks they're the best toy. But then I started following, her name's Allison's Cleaning, I think, or Allison Cleaning, on TikTok, and she talked about this room spritz that she does that is liquid fabric softener with baking soda and water. And you can spray it on your couch, you can spray it on your mattress, you can spray it on your bed. I started spraying it like on the curtains. Anyway, it smells delicious. I never knew how good fabric softener smelled. But it smells different when you like put it in the wash than in the spray. I think it smells better in the spray. But anyway, I was 24 years old when I bought my first bottle of fabric softener. Also, it's like 23 when I started using dryer balls, and I'm never going back. I still put a dryer sheet in to make it smell good, because I only use the fabric softener if I'm washing like blankets for the couch, so then they don't smell. I mean, obviously they just stay smelling longer, nicer, like they don't ever smell stale. But there's some serious life milestones. I am back. I'm doing laundry again. I told you guys this is my favorite in between work chore. Okay, so I went on a rant earlier about how I love dryer balls. I stand by that. They do make the drying process better, but I hate how they get stuck in the load before, and you have to sort them out if you're going to dry another set of clothes after that.